Hey guys, welcome back to Prep Talk on Prepping in Progress. I'm Steve, and today we're going to talk about starting over and what you've got to do when you've lost a few of your preps. So, stay with me. Usually Prep Talk is supposed to be, or was supposed to be, according to the format, the pep talk. You can do it! Well, you can do it. You can start over. Whether your preps have been lost due to flood, fire, or any number of other circumstances, you can start over. Um, it just takes time. Now, my particular situation, you all know, and we're trying to build a tiny house, trying to get it up and going. Running into snags with the concrete, believe it or not. I'm going to have someone come out and pour at least a 16 by 16 concrete pad. And there's, I think, because we all know that I am mathematically challenged, um, and I'm playing in areas that I'm not as familiar with. When figuring the slope, there is, according to me, a 7.5 inch drop. So the concrete's going to have to be built up. And of course, contractors are not available until December to come and pour. So might end up trying to do that myself. Guys, there are skills I don't have, and I'm going to have to pay close attention while they're here so I can learn. But that's going to be fun. So that kind of puts a hold on that, which means that setting up the new ham shack as well is going to take some time. Even though, except for one long wire on the antenna, on the HF antenna, everything is in place that I could hook in and go. Worst case scenario, I can set it up in about 10 minutes. But then we need to look at the food situation. Much of my long-term storage has been lost. Most of the beans and rice and whatnot are gone. So what do you do? You can't moan and groan and just sit there and wonder. You have to be proactive. So the money's set aside, and in 2 weeks I'm going to make a major grocery run up to Fayetteville, and we're going to start mylaring this stuff as soon as the mylar comes in. Until then, I'm probably going to jar it and seal it. I might even dry can some of it. And if I do that, we're going to video it. But it's one day at a time. Sometimes you're lucky and you start stocking up during the good times. But for you beginning preppers out there who have just discovered the channel and have been writing in, guys, yeah. You talk to some of the older preppers on here. Well, I used to get rice for X number of dollars, and now it's $3, $4, $5 more depending on the size and where you're buying it. Don't be disheartened. Times change. Things are getting rough. Many people are seeing big problems on the horizon. Some people are seeing just another wave in the slowly getting worse paradigm. Prepare as if it's all going to collapse in December, and hope that you have more time. But if you're on a limited budget, do what you can. Take $5 extra out of your pocket and don't eat at McDonald's. Head on over to Sam's Club and buy a bag of rice. Or, you know, skip 5 McDonald's meals, take $20 to Sam's Club and pick up a 50-gallon or 50-pound bag of rice. You can do this. It is hard, especially when you're first starting out or starting over. You're going to face challenges. I know of some people who recently in the last year had to liquidate their preps to deal with family emergencies or other issues. And boom, now they're in a world of hurt, or they think they are, and they need to start over. And you just take it one step at a time. One of my friends is very fond of the expression, how do you eat an elephant? Well, one bite at a time. You can do this. It's doable. It really, truly is. Just gotta take one step. For those of you who are even just considering getting started, let me suggest this. Get out there and just grab one extra jar of peanut butter and one extra jar of jelly when you go shopping. Put one loaf of bread in the freezer so that you don't have to run to the store as soon as the current loaf is gone. You are capable of slowly building your preps. Look at what you need to make your own bread. Do you have a bread maker? Are you willing to invest in the pans you would need to make bread? Do you have the capabilities of using gas? Is your house a little bit older and has gas appliances instead of electric? If that's the case, consider investing in the bread pans, especially during winter. If the power goes off, stores are shut down, they can't run your card. If you have the flour, I just blanked on the rising agent, yeast. If you use yeast, if you get the flour, the yeast, the sugar, the water, etc., that you need, the oil to make bread dough, and you have a gas oven, there's a way to make some extra bread when you can't go and buy it and heat your home while doing it during winter. Now, I'm not saying this is the answer to all of your problems and that this will save you during the next ice storm that shuts down power for a week or two. But it's possible it could help. It's possible that just a loaf of bread could make your family feel better. And that's just an example of what you can do. There are camp stoves if you don't have gas. You can, in the middle of winter, step outside or into a well-ventilated area and use a camp stove. You can use a gas grill, that's what's behind me, to cook more than just grilling meat. Starting over is not hard. Starting from the beginning is not hard. You can do this. All you have to do is say, I'm going to do this. You've got to get your head in the game and have a positive attitude. Accept that some of the things you purchase are going to be more expensive than you thought. And don't woe is me. Don't sit there complaining and being disheartened because of the situation and the timing that you find yourself in. You can do this. For the newer preppers and the people considering getting into this, go out and buy that extra can of whatever and stick it in the shelf. Start making a pantry. Congratulations, you've joined us. And it's one can at a time. Many of us started out with bare shelves, and we did not, with those bare shelves, go out and spend $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 to stock up immediately. It was a 2 cans at a time deal. It was a 1 bag of rice at a time deal. So don't ever think that you're behind the curve. You're not. And for those of you more experienced guys who have lost your preps, or had to sell your preps, or had to use your preps, that's what they were there for. Now we're rebuilding. We can do this. Being part of this community, being part of this lifestyle, is all about adapting and overcoming. It's all about one step forward. Even if you hit 2 steps back, the next time you're going to hit 3. You're going to go 3 steps forward, and you're going to be further than you were. You've got this. You've got this. I'll say it one more time. You've got this. Why? Because over the course of your prepping, you've learned skills. Over the course of your life, you've gained experiences. You know where the best deals are to be found now. You know where to go shopping. You know how to put this stuff away. You know how to can. The jars may be empty. You may need lids, but you know how to do it, and you can do this. So guys, when you're faced with a situation that you think is just gonna drag you down and there's no coming back, there always is. There's always a way to pull a win. It may not be victory, but it's a win out of the jaws of defeat. You have skills. You have knowledge. And this is a community. We help each other. We develop contacts. Talk to the people in the comments section. Find people who are in your area. Arkansas people, once again, the Facebook group, the Arkansas Preparedness Network, is a great place to meet people. You're able to say, hey, I'm in Northwest Arkansas. Anyone else out here? Hey, I'm in Southwest Arkansas. You might just vibe with the right person and be willing to drive halfway across the state just to hang out with them. Or trade goods. Ham radio guys. Man, Homestead Signal Corps, great Facebook group. We're working on actually doing communication check-ins. As soon as I get my stuff up, I look at my antenna and whatnot, and I know that needs to be done soon. You can do this. Ham guys will help other ham guys no matter what. There's another group on Facebook, the DD12 Comms Connect. It's the Dirty Dozen 12. Lisa Akers, Boyd Craven, I believe Franklin Horton is a member of it. These guys are your fiction authors, and one of the people who was a fan of theirs got a ham group together out of the bunch. And if you call for help, you can put it up on Facebook, and they will alert everyone who's a ham operator in your area to try to relay information and get in touch with you and get someone to you to help you. They even have a way where you can check in and say, I'm in Dallas, Texas. I'm going to Branson, Missouri. This is my route. Can you have the people on your route listening for me in case I have a problem. We're a community. We help each other. So when it comes to preps you've lost or preps you're rebuilding, you know, I'm not going to give you what I have, absolutely positively free of charge. Well, I might. I've got a good heart. But we work together. I can tell you right now, if my buddy NWA Prepper or my partner Ozarks Prepared were to go into Sam's Club today and see a great deal, my phone would blow up with a text, "Hey, I'm seeing this. Do you want one? Do you have the money?" And immediately, "Hey, yes, no, get me two." And they would. Just because we're a community. And then I'd have to drive out, meet them, and, exchange gold for goods or money for goods. But that's what being a part of this is. If you're watching this video, you're part of more than just the YouTube community watching Prepping in Progress and Ozarks Prepared on their channel. You're part of the Prepping in Progress family. You're part of us. You're part of preppers, not just preppers in Arkansas, preppers in southern Missouri, eastern Oklahoma. You're part of the greater prepping family. There are some people that don't share my point of view, but a vast majority do. Family's family, and you don't mess with family. And if family's in trouble, we step in and we help out. So, don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to ask for advice. Don't be afraid to ask for help finding the good deals on the preps you need to stock up on. One can at a time, one bag of rice at a time. We can do this because we are preppers and we have a positive attitude. So there's your prep talk. There's your uplifting speech. Let's bow our heads because we're back in prep talk and we're going to talk to the Father. Father, you are amazing. You lead in mysterious ways that we don't understand, and we can go from not even wanting to talk to you to being ready to follow you to death in the blink of an eye. We are fickle creatures, but we do our best to hold on to our faith in you. We have several people who are hurting out there today. We have several people with family members in the hospital. Please be with them. Please lift them up. We have several people who are in bad relationships who need your strength, guidance, and protection. Please be with them. We have our veterans. Many of them are going through rough times right now. Whether it's working 2 jobs and not enough family time, whether it's not having a job, whether it's dealing with the traumatic loss of a family member, whether it's PTSD, TBI, these guys need you. They need you, and they need your help, and they need this community's help. So let them know they are loved. Let them know that you're with them. Be manifest in their lives through your Son. We ask for all blessings to be bestowed upon these guys. I pray for everyone who is hearing my voice. Give them the strength, the wisdom, and the courage to continue on their journey. Be with them, Father. Amen. Thanks for watching Prepping in Progress. I appreciate each and every one of you who is here, who has been with us through thick and thin and all the craziness of the last year. You have made my life more interesting than I ever dreamed it could be. You have truly blessed me. I honestly believe that I get more out of these videos than you do. Thank you. I want to take these moments to thank each and every one of you. We're over 3,000 subscribers, and you have made a tremendous difference in our lives. Don't forget to mention Prepping in Progress and Ozarks Prepared if you go over to Black and White Firestarter on Etsy, Mr. Outdoorsy store. And if you order something, be sure to let him know that you're our friends, and we'll see what happens. We appreciate you for being here. Thank you so much. You guys have a great Wednesday. I'm out of here. I got stuff to do. I got preps to rebuild. I've got projects. Talk to you soon.